Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor. Well, hello, family. It has been a minute in this capacity, or at least it seems that way. Extremely excited to be with you all, that you would grace me with some time to have some conversation tonight around a subject that I think everybody can get with, that is, if you're going places. And I see some of you chiming in already. We got Minister Carolyn Walker Pittman is in the house. Much love to you, darling. And I know you got a lot going on and you're making things happen. Much success to you. Father's favor to you. Blessings on blessings. And I got somebody inside the waiting room. We going to hold her there for just a moment as we get some interaction, and let me know if you're hearing and seeing this. We got Carol Casper is in the house. Good evening, my dear. You're always sharing some great information. Thank you for allowing me to borrow some of your great content and sharing it. Shout out to your son, who's always doing some amazing photography. I love to see it. Simply inspirational. Lisa Davis is in the house. In fact, while y'all are chiming in, let us know what city you're chiming in from. What city you live in. We want to see how we're represented tonight. We're going to be talking about the subject, going places, and the best way to get there. And I might have a guest or two that will chime in. I know I got one. There may be one other chiming in a little bit late. We'll see how that goes. I'll put this on the screen. Once again, my love to you, Mr. Carol Caspar. We got two Carols tonight. Lord have mercy. Ain't that something? Yeah. And we are thankful. Yes, going places. Hallelujah. I'm glad about it. And soon I'm sure that, let's just say, it's going to make more sense. We got Chandrella coming in. Good evening to you, beloved. Hope you're doing well. How's my boys over there in San Antonio? Y'all enjoying this cool weather? It's all relative. Depending upon where you are. My wife just got back from Georgia early this morning. And she told me that, Lord, now we were in Vegas the other week, and it was 120 in the shade over there. Well, she said that Georgia, she said the numbers weren't as high, but that humidity makes it feel so differently. And she said her preference would be Vegas. I said, shut your mouth. Are you serious? Because that's saying something right there. So I just don't even know how to deal with that. But much love to you. Good to see you. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and get right into the heart of the content. But before I do, let me bring my special guest. She's VIP, especially tonight, because it was 3 days ago that we were able to do a mini celebration. The big celebration is coming up. So So this was just a mini. This was just a foretaste. This was just a sampler for her 50th, y'all. Now I know she got that image of 40 and all that, but she says she's 50. Is that right, Katrina? Good
I
evening,
am
darling.
50.
Good
I'm
God.
fabulous 50.
You're not 40? All right.
No, fabulous 50.
Fabulous. I like that. Fabulous 50. That's all right. I remember when. I
Yeah,
remember
you
when.
what, 5 years, 6 years ago?
Almost 6 years ago. I remember when. That was my favorite birthday. So I want you to really, I want to really compel you to absorb everything in this season, every moment. I mean, that was like I don't know what it's different for everybody, but to me, that was just like it was just my life took a different, plateau, if you will.
Yes.
I believe it's gonna go higher and higher for you. So you grab and you absorb everything that you got in there, and you build on it. That's the foundation. Carol's giving you a big old happy, fabulous 50th birthday. That's all right. Can you
Thank
give it
you.
before we even get into the heart of our conversation tonight? And we're not gonna be long because we're going places and we got the best way to get there. Hey Renee, it's good to see you, darling. Can you give us some life lesson tips in your 50 years and your 5 decades that might be helpful to somebody? What's some of the good stuff that you've got?
Don't allow stress to get to you.
Oh yeah,
Keep God at the forefront.
that's real.
Listen to him. If you listen to his guidance and don't worry about the stress, turn it all over to him.
Come on,
You won't look like what you've been through.
that's good. That's
You may,
good.
you feel like it, but you won't look like what you've been through.
Come on,
Because
I
his
like
grace
that.
and his mercy is sufficient for me.
Yeah, you don't have to look like what you've been through. That's good news. I know, baby girl coming in this Zoom room, I know she would agree with that. You do not have to look like what you've been through. If you turn it over to the Lord
He'll
and
work it out.
stop stressing over some stuff, especially the stuff that we can't change anyway.
Right. You have no control
Amen.
over it. Ain't no need of you
You
getting
know?
over stuff that you can't control.
Yeah. Now the stuff that we could change, we need to change it before it change you.
That's right.
Something need to change.
You can't stay the same. If you
Yeah.
do, you're stagnant and you definitely not moving forward.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, somebody.
You
Yeah.
digging it, you doing this, and then you still going deeper instead of you moving forward. You falling down all the way down. No,
My
don't do
God.
that. Pay attention to what's in front of you,
My God.
and don't take your
50
eye
where?
off the prize.
Hey.
Who 50?
Well,
Me,
I
Who
don't
on this
know.
screen 50?
I
I'm 50
don't,
girls. Turned
To
50
God be
yesterday.
the glory. Happy birthday.
you didn't hear
Thank you,
that
thank you.
celebration from man. We shouted over there, boy. It's making some noise over there. They was doing that thing. They was doing that thing the other day.
My girls did that. The girls did good. I saw some people that I have not seen in a while, and it really touched my heart. And the sentiments that were felt through cards that were sent, and just people showing up to help me celebrate, bring 50 years in, because I was not supposed to be here if I had not went to the hospital. I had an ectopic pregnancy, and if I would have stayed in the bed, he said about 2 hours later, I would have died.
Mm.
So I give all praise and honor to God for
Amen.
being
Amen.
assertive and getting up and moving when I told him, I said, I got to go. I can't lay here, because I was going to get up and go, but I couldn't even get up to drive to go nowhere. So
My
they had
God.
to call an ambulance. And so by the grace of God, I'm still here. And I thank him for giving me another chance to
Wow.
be able to get it right and to be able to tell people God is real.
That's
God is real.
Yes,
God
he.
is real.
that's he is. But that's the segue right into our conversation tonight. Bronx is in the house, y'all. My girl Renee Pate Hatley is here. Listen, let's talk about this thing. Going places and the best way to get there. We have and you'll be getting some information. Those of you who are watching for the first time, maybe you haven't heard us speak about it, or haven't heard me speak about it over the past 6 months. If you've been listening to me at all, you know this Going Places is more than a book. I don't know if we should call it an adventure or we should call it a journey, but it's more than a book, y'all. So this is the backdrop of everything that I'll be talking about over the next year, going places. But let's talk tonight about the best way to get there. The first thing I want to have a little conversation about, and we're going to move very quickly, ladies, is when we're going places, how much sense does it make to go places, but you got to split yourself up over here, then you got to backtrack over here, and then you got to go, and you kind of like, you ever had that feeling like you're trying to be everywhere, but because you're trying to be everywhere, you're nowhere at the same time, and you're doubling back, and you're over here, but you didn't really enjoy it because then you had to get back. So it's a lot of that going on in life. Life, if we're not clear, if we don't have clarity on this concept, on this construct of going places, we'll find ourselves tripping over our own feet. We'll find ourselves stumbling and fumbling. We'll find ourselves, again, we're somewhere, but we're really somewhere else. With your mind, you way over in Timbuktu, but presently you're in front of other people. So going places is the type of thing that I believe, here it is, the best way to get there is when it's in line with your purpose and it's in line with your vision. My strong conviction is that when we're going places and it's in line with your purpose and it's in line with your vision, it doesn't become an extra. Because I don't know very many people that I associate with that don't have this to say, oh, I got so much going on. I'm extremely busy. You got all kind of stuff. And sometimes, now let me say this. Busyness itself does not equal, it's not the equivalent of effectiveness. It's not the equivalent of the road to success, because you can be busy and completely unproductive. You just got a lot going on. So that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about most of the people that I associate with, that I connect with and spend most of my time with, they got a lot going on. They're busy. They ain't got no time to waste. They ain't got no time to be playing with things. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to go places, it has to be in line with your purpose and it has to be in line with your vision. Is that making sense for anybody? I want to hear from you ladies. What would y'all say on that?
I'm say too many irons in the fire. And when you got all the irons in the fire, you lose focus of what your purpose and what your vision is, because you're not doing what the purpose that God has for you. You're doing what you want to do because it's uncomfortable. Yeah. It's comfortable for you, and when God makes it uncomfortable, you want to revert back.
Ooh. When the light
good.
Come on. Be like, he gave you that before, but you won't paying attention.
Uh-huh.
You won't take it notice.
Right. And to piggyback off of what she said, and if you continue on that same path, you'll keep getting the same results.
Why do we always think we're gonna get something different? We done did it 400,000 million times, bumping our head, and we still. What's up with that?
We done seen other folks doing the same thing, bumping their head, but I guess we gonna figure we gonna do it better and bump our head too. So yeah, I done been there. I'm transparent. I done been there.
Yeah. Or you like, well, they didn't do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way and see what result I get, because I know they did it this way because they gave me from A to Z what they did. So I'm gonna change from A to Z and do it that way and see if I get a different.
And I'm gonna skip some steps and see if it worked for me that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Change the dysfunction with a little bit more different dysfunction.
Yep.
Dysfunction with dysfunction is just more dysfunction. I don't care.
It's more dysfunction.
It's the A dysfunction, the B dysfunction, the C or the Z dysfunction.
Dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sometimes we're trying to go places, y'all, and it's not even in line with our purpose. It's not even in line with our vision. Why are you gonna get on a plane to Europe from the U.S. and you're not even trying to go to Europe?
Defeating the purpose.
Come on, what sense does that make? Talking about, well, they gave me the tickets was on sale. It was at a discount. Your purpose is never on discount. Your vision is never on discount.
Your time ain't either.
Come on, talk back to me.
Your time not either.
Yeah.
Your time is not.
You didn't wait your time. Somebody write this down.
You just spent 12 hours
time.
You just spent 12 hours on a flight that you didn't need to be on.
Ooh, Lord. And let me tell you something. They say time is money. They lied to you. You can get more money. But one thing I have found out,
you can run out of time.
You can't get that time.
You can definitely run out of time.
Yeah, you can run out. You can run out. So listen, we believe in going places. Y'all holler back at us. Let us know if we on point. And we're letting people know that as we're going places, we got this book coming out. You'll hear much more about it the end of September. And these ladies are going to be a part of that great work. But it's more than a book. It's more than a book. And we're saying that when you're going places, it only makes sense that the places you're going have to be. It's mandatory to be in line with your purpose and your vision. Don't let people wait. Don't let people waste that. I don't care who it is, spouse, mouse, house, whatever.
That's right.
Don't make a
That's
hill of
right.
beans different. Don't let nobody waste that. I left a funeral with my good friend. We call it Life Celebration because we celebrated his life. We'll talk about that next. Because when you're going places, you want to go in line with your purpose and your vision. But check this out. When you're going places, ladies, you got to go while you can.
That's right.
Wow,
Once
you
you
can.
cold, you can't go nowhere.
Who's going to talk on that? Talk on that for us.
Wow, I can talk about that for days. Man, look, my son used to do a lot of traveling before he passed. He was 19. What I have found is tomorrow is not promised to nobody. Just recently, in the past 2 weeks, people is just dropping. Three people just dropping like flies. Here today, gone tomorrow. Families in mourning. And I'm like, dude, we not even supposed to be here forever.
Mm,
So when you hear our job, our mission, our calling in life is in order to receive it abundantly, is to follow what God say.
mhm.
Cause he gonna get the glory out of your life one way or the other.
Wow.
And one thing my son used to say to me, because at the time I knew death is a part of life, but I wasn't expecting to have to bury my 19-year-old baby.
Mm,
I wasn't prepared,
mm.
even though I knew everybody has a ending date and nobody know what it is.
Yeah.
I was not prepared,
We
and
don't.
a lot of stuff I put off
Mm-hmm.
because lack of money,
Mm-hmm.
lack of the know-how.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only am I living for me, I'm living for him.
Mm.
I'm living. I'm living. And I'm
Put that on the
willing to
hashtag,
take
y'all.
everybody that want to live too. I'm taking them with me if they
Come on.
shall choose to go.
Come on.
I'm not gonna strong arm nobody, but
Come
I'm
on.
going
Come
I
on.
know that's right.
Put that on the hashtag.
with
Y'all
or
heard the
without
woman of God.
nobody.
Hashtag the thing. Hashtag I'm living. Hashtag
I'm
I'm living.
living.
Why?
Yeah.
Because if you're going places, the best way to go is while you can. And that's why you're alive. While you got some breath, while you got some air, while you got some blood that's moving from what those deacons used to, from flowing warm in your veins. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Hmm.
you cannot make any movement once that's gone. And let me throw this in at you.
Nope.
Sometimes, but listen, if we're going places, we got to go while we can. But it's not just too late after we passed on. But sometimes our season passes because we let so many years and decades expire. We let so much grass grow under our feet. And now we're in another threshold. And, let's be honest, health means something.
Yeah.
And what you wanted to do while you
Oh
was
yes.
20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and even 60, man, you waited till you 80 and 90 to do it. If you get to be 80 and 90,
Thank you.
come on
If
here.
you get there.
You might not feel the same way anymore. In some cases, depending upon your health, 80, 90, 100, whatever. Sometimes you might not even know that you're there to enjoy it.
Hmm.
There are people that, let's just be honest, I don't know if y'all go to these nursing homes and hospitals like I do, but I see folk there. They're not all in their right mind in their elder years.
My grandmother is one. She has dementia. She's in a nursing home. It's just like she's in the shell.
This is real.
But I can say she lived her life while she was in her right mind.
Come on.
Yep.
While you can.
She's sitting up in there with no regrets. Done been to the Virgin Island. She been going places. And I guess that's where I get it from. Keep my hips in the street on somebody's trip. Because my grandparents traveled the world.
Wow.
but they didn't get to do it like I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Pennies on a dollar.
balling on the budget.
Yeah, I'm balling on the budget.
I got you. Katrina, what say you? Why you can't?
Why you can't? You have to, because my mama always said, "Why put?" Well, I don't know. I've always heard her say this. Why put off tomorrow what you can do today?
Mm-hmm.
What you can do today.
Because you never know. Like Tanya said, you never know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't expect her son to die, and even people that are disabled, they don't let nothing stop them.
Mm-hmm.
They take that
Exactly.
as encouragement. They move forward. Like, you know what? I'm determined. I
Yeah.
watched this one video. He's in a wheelchair. He's paraplegic. He said he gets himself dressed. He don't want no help. He said just because he's in that chair and he can't move his legs, he uses his upper body and he does what he has to do. He said because that makes him more determined to get the make it in his mind, to let him know that he's still alive and he's not dead just because the lower part of his body don't work.
Jesus.
When you look at people that are disabled, and I look at them a lot, I get excited because I walk around here and I'm saying I don't feel like doing this. They get out here in this heat, get in that wheelchair. They got to
Every
go
day.
to the store. They go into the store and wherever it got to do, they got to do for the day for themselves, doctor's appointments, and come right back, and not a complaint in the world. We have to stop complaining. We got to be grateful and thankful for everything that God has put us here to do and our activity of our limbs. Yes, you travel. I love to travel. COVID stopped a lot of things, but now we're not in COVID. Get back your life. Get back to your life. Don't use any excuses. Don't make no distractions. Don't let distractions keep you from doing what you need to do. Because when you dead, you can't say, "Wait a minute, God, wait, time out. I need to go back. I need to go back." It's gonna be too late.
That part.
It's gonna be too late because you've had
Ain't
time after time, opportunity to be able to do what it is that lines up with your purpose and vision.
Yeah.
If you ain't listening, you're gonna miss it, and it's not gonna be another opportunity to get that back. Because once he said, "Come on," you got to go.
Wow, I love this.
And you know what, Katrina? I mean, when you said that about disabled people, I wanted to shout out Damon Smith. He is
Come on,
one of
yeah.
my personal partners.
Come
He
on.
took his he had a stroke a long time ago, so some of his motor function and his verbability is kind of limited, and he's in a wheelchair. But he took his first getaway. He did first getaway in Vegas by himself. And when I tell you, he look, 'cause the man go to work every single day. Still look. The world don't care if you disabled, black, white, purple. It don't care nothing about you. If whatever's gonna happen, this is what I've learned from experience. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. There is like when it's your time to go, you can't hide, you can't bargain, you cannot plead when it's your time to go. I remember January 2003. I was in my bed, sleep, and somebody was outside shooting, and a bullet came in, struck me, shattered my kneecap, part of my femur, and lodged in my hip. And I wasn't at no club. I was in the bed, sleep.
Come on,
So
minding
you
your
cannot
own
live. Look. It wasn't even no case of wrong place, wrong time, because I was at home 7 o'clock in the morning in the bed, sleep, man of my own business, and it still happens. So I don't operate in fear, and if any fear come my way, I do it scared. Just like when I was in Vegas, I was on the zip line.
Do it
I was
scared.
scared.
Yes, you was.
I
I
was
saw
scared.
We noticed.
Look, I can show the video. I'm very transparent. I was scared. But guess what? I made it. It was all right. And everything that was going through my mind, the cable snapping, I'm dangling, I'm gonna get stuck. None of that happened.
Come on now. It usually does it. Majority of the time.
So I say, like, I'm so proud of Damon.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so proud of Damon. He was down there a whole week. Everybody was worried about Poe Damon. Damon said, "I'm living."
He said,
You
"I'm
hear me?
living."
I'm living.
He said, "I'm gonna do it while
I'm scared."
That's
and
it.
Yeah, Damon had no
told me,
limits.
he was like, Tanya. No, he was like, Tanya, if you wouldn't have never persuaded me
Mm-hmm.
to take my first trip,
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have never did. And I said, well, I'm glad he looking forward to Memphis and some more trips
Come on.
by himself or with somebody.
Come
Because
on.
what I learned from experience, if you waiting on somebody to go with you,
Mm-mm.
you're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
just
always
You're
gonna
gonna
back
miss
out.
out.
They
that's just
always
the
gonna
bottom
back
line.
out.
Let me go to a couple of comments. Lady Jennifer says, I wish I had Travorium in my life while my mother was still with me. She'll be seeing the world. That is so true.
Yep.
A lot of us have been blessed to spend time with our moms and gift them and our dads and gift them with different things. But one of the most priceless things I believe you can do for your parents is to have some time where you travel together and make
Yeah.
those memories with your parents, with your children, so forth and so on. So she's absolutely right. Let me share this, and then we're gonna go to this next one. Yesterday in the day, had to funeralize one of our brothers and friends in ministry, 53 Youngs, one of the most incredible men of God that you'll ever meet. His name, Mark Eric Mata. Shout out to the Mata family. 53 years young, 33 years of ministry, 22 years of pastoring, 25 years of marriage. And over again, the testimonies was this. This was a righteous man. This was a man of integrity. This was a man who loved God and loved people no matter what, as much as he went through at different times and seasons of his life. He just kept on giving, absorbing it and giving and giving. And one of the most powerful things, and we always talk legacy, is to see the legacy impact he had on people near and far, but especially his own children. How they honored and adored him and loved him because of the time. And many of us were doing ministry backwards. We're doing it from the outside and working our way back. But he had it right. He did it from the inside and worked himself out. And
Charity begins at home.
Listen, his children and his wife, they got it first. And it was meaningful. It was authentic. It was real. And he did that thing while he could. Because last year this time, he and I had conversations about traveling and doing all kinds of stuff. And those days didn't come. So we want to really impress the point to anyone listening, to anyone watching. If you're going places, y'all, do it while you can. Here's another one. Let's talk about this, and we're going to move. We got Destiny Battle is in the house. I see her online. She's certainly going places, y'all. Marine Corps qualified. We got to get her on this camera real soon, and we'll work that out. But listen, we're going places. One of the ways to go, number one, in line with your vision, in line with your purpose, while you can. But how about regularly? Let me throw this at you.
Oh, that sounds
We
good.
do so many things regularly, and those things don't even count much. But we own it with a regular. I mean, we just do it over and over and get again. And then sometimes the things that really count the most, the things that have the most weight and the impact, we're so infrequent. We're so here little, there little. Well, maybe not this year, but 3 years down the road. Or we're building memories, but it's only every, like some of the family reunions stuff. It's only every 5 years or whatever. That type. Man, a lot can happen in that. Why would you ladies say that if you're going to go places, not only would you want to be in the category where it's in line with your purpose and vision, not only would you want to go places while you can, but why would you say regularly? Talk back to us on that.
It's part of, if you make it part of the routine, it's gonna be, and it's lining up with your purpose and vision. It's gonna become regular to you. It's not gonna be anything extra you got to put forth an effort to do. It'll be part of your daily habit. They like getting up in the morning and reading your devotional. That's the first thing I do in the morning before anything.
Yes.
Read the devotion because I got to get my mind right and got to get lined up with God before I do anything. Because I get out the bed and I may stump my toe. Well, okay, you know what? Let me start over. And then I'm mad the whole day because I didn't stump my toe, and everybody I didn't talk to because I got out of my regular routine. It doesn't hurt to add something new in every once in a while, every day. You got to. You preach the sermon. You got to be teachable. You got to learn everything. You learn every day.
Yeah.
If can't nobody teach you nothing, then you might as well just go in the corner and be by yourself. Because children learn every day.
Every day.
I'm learning. I was talking to someone the other day, and they was telling me a saying about the shoes. If a about the buying shoes. If a man buys shoes, he's trying to come into your life. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I ain't never heard that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I ain't
Yeah.
But
never heard
I
that.
learned something from it. I took that, and that was a teaching moment for me.
Right.
And even in certain sermons that pastor preaches, like uh fornication. Everybody know about fornication, and everybody know what they're supposed to do. Everybody know it's wrong, but
Mhm.
we all throw our little twist in there to make it right and
Yeah.
make it okay. And we know it's wrong.
Right.
And teachable moments are the best moments
Yes.
because that's when you look at yourself truly,
Hmm.
and God says, "Okay, that yeah, I told you that." Yep, and you're like, "Okay, God, I'm tired of hitting my head against the wall.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah, I'm tired of
change
being
some
hard headed,
things,
Lord.
and let me change some things so I can get to where I need to get to
Yes.
to get through you where you want me to be because He's already got a plan. We
Yes.
mess up our own stuff
Come on.
because we in
And
our own
prolong it.
way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then talking about, well, if I would have, God told me that 10 years ago. Well, just 10 years later, you still doing it. Come on now.
Let's be
You ain't
real.
gonna, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink
Can't
it.
make them drink it.
Drink. Can't make them drink.
And
Tanya, thank you, Katrina. This thing about being regular. I mean, there's a lot that we can say about being regular, right? But we won't go that direction.
Right.
But talk to us about the importance, because life throws, I think, Katrina, you talked about the stress factor. If we're not regular with our going places, and it's not always international, it's not
Right.
always to the other side of the country, it's not always even to another state. Sometimes you got to do stuff
Mm-hmm.
in your own region, but sometimes you might just go to the other side of town, take a drive, sit at the park. If you got an ocean nearby, go to the ocean, go to the lake, go to the river, go mountain climb. You just need to clear yourself to clear yourself. Talk about that. How important it is to be
Absolutely.
regular in that. Talk about
Look, I look with 39 vacations
that. Whoa,
under my belt,
come on here.
7 this year alone.
Jeez.
When I tell you, it's more like a out with the old, in with the new type deal with me when I think of regularly, because of the simple fact I never traveled before because I didn't have the money.
Hmm.
When I did travel, it was like a boohoo moment when it was time to, to go back to reality. So, I
Hmm.
mean, if I could say so, if you do it regularly, like Miss Johnson said, I start off in the morning with my devotional too. Soon as I open my eyes and realize He done gave me another day, let me go ahead and glorify Him and thank Him. So He
Hmm.
gets my time first.
Yeah.
But then, I have to keep it that way. If my gospel music going, I have to keep it that way because life is already lifing.
Mm, I like that.
And it's not gonna stop. Life is, since I've been breathing, life has been lifing. So with the out, I mean, I tend to, since I already know how this world is, the dysfunction of it all, it's coming.
Hmm.
Because the enemy is definitely on his job. So that means I got to be on my toes too.
Come on.
So me traveling regularly, I mean, I done did so many staycations just to get out the house.
Hmm. Express that staycation. Talk to us. What's
A staycation is when you just go across town in
hmm
somebody's nice little luxury hotel, different scenery
hmm
at some beach, whether it be 45 minutes away or an hour and 3 minutes away.
hmm
That time on that ride, that's time for you. That's time for me and God. Why he's my captain. He's my, and I'm just here for the ride at this point.
mm
The way life been life in me.
mm
So I've learned from experience. I found if I take my hand off the wheel for a minute and let Him control it,
My Lord.
whether I understand the direction of it's going or
My Lord.
not, if I regularly keep Him with me, He's gonna regularly order my steps.
Jesus, you preach real good.
So these
And
regular trips that I take,
yeah,
it's more so for Him
yeah,
because I've done a lot in my life.
yeah.
I've drove trucks, I've sold cars, I
Yeah.
done look,
Military.
I've done a lot. Military, I've done a lot in my life.
Mhm.
One thing I have not done is let him run things.
Jesus, you just helped her. Well, hold on. Take that moment right there. Y'all put that. That's a powerful confession. Done a lot of my life, but the one thing that I've not done a lot of is let the Lord run things. You just helped me, and I know you helped somebody.
Cause I'm telling you, when he running things, man, man,
Only
man,
do it.
the word, look, the words he speak is so.
Yeah.
It's yes and amen.
Yes and amen. That's good. That's good to me. But listen, we're not gonna park here because we got some more ground to cover. We got to move three more slots up the road. Number 4. When we're going places, the best way to get there, would you agree that, of course, we got to get there in line with our purpose and vision? We got to get there while you can. Come on. We got to go regularly. But number 4, we should go in the company of like-minded people you love. Let me bestow a gift to you all. I hope it'll be a gift to you as it was with me. In the recesses of my mind, at the age of 55, I have tons of experiences that, I mean, they will be treasures for the rest of my life, as long as I'm in my right mind. Among those times, you two are also there. And the reason you're there, because we were able to spend quality time and moments together, undisturbed, unbothered, undistracted, and just enjoying what it was. So you were my good company of like-minded individuals. Tanya, I never will forget. Man, you look, I've been to New Orleans a couple of times, but it was never the same without you. I mean, we were on that river boat out on that swamp, and what a time, what a time. Listen, what was that captain's name?
Yeah.
You remember his name?
Captain Xander. Yes,
Captain
Captain
Xander. I don't know if you're hearing this, if you've seen this, but here's your girl. I mean, she took that ship and she turned it into a comedy ship. I mean, he's like, I've never had a crew.
He
like
said, yes.
So he absolutely enjoyed it. And everybody, I mean, we were singing gospel songs, and then she'll take over on the
look, the Luther songs.
Come on here.
We were just singing, going down the bayou. I mean,
it'll never be the same again. I don't think he ever had another boat ride like that. So here's my point.
And I told him he would never have one after that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's in a deep recess. I mean, sometimes when I'm feeling this way or that way, I can call that thing up, because when you're going places, the best way to go is in the company of like-minded people that you love. And I remember Katrina and your mom with First Lady and I, when we went on a cruise. I think that was that 2020? So that was the last cruise. Well, we've been on others since then, but that was one of the last cruises prior to COVID. We didn't know what we didn't know, that the whole world was going to change and all that. But prior to that outbreak, going just berserk, we left New Orleans. We left Beaumont, right? Galveston. And we went to so many other places, but we went to Jamaica. And we had so many memories and all that. And we about to do it again, right? But we had so many memories that we made.
Be there.
I know that's right. But this is my memory, Katrina, sitting on that top deck in the
jacuzzi.
In that jacuzzi, just sit. I don't remember what we talked about. I don't remember the particulars of the conversation. I just know the glory of God was there, and I was like, boy, if this ain't it, I don't know what is. So I'm saying,
and it even started raining. Remember, it started raining. We was watching stars, and we didn't move. We didn't get nowhere to move. We just sat there.
Yeah, there was so much movement. Okay. We saw stars just, they were not only glistening, but man, shooting stars. I saw it that regularly, but they was, what the world going on? But it was beautiful to see and behold. And that's something that stayed in my mind for a long time. And I'm saying that to say this, and I want y'all to share in the same capacity, that when we're going places, y'all, the best way to go is in the company of like-minded people that you love and you care about. And you all are proof of that from me. What's your stories? Who wants to go first?
Well, I go because I
Well,
got a lot. So go
okay.
ahead, Katrina. Go ahead.
Mine was just the when I went on the cruise, because yeah, traveling is in the blood. I'm just gonna be honest. My dad was in the service, so traveling is in the blood. But when you get around people that can show you new things
Mhm.
with travel, because we always drove. We didn't go on a cruise. People, I go cruise. I thought I'm not getting on no water. I'm not going out there in that ship to sink. Oh, but when I got out there,
Come on here.
I said, that was the best thing. I told my I'm not driving nowhere. I
Yeah.
didn't have to go I didn't have to leave to go get nothing to eat. We go up to the 10th deck. I didn't even have I didn't even have to go nowhere to order no food. Really, all I had to do was call the people downstairs to bring me up a
Get
pizza.
on the phone.
But I told my mom, I said, connecting with Pastor and First
That's
Lady on
that's
that cruise, that
that's
was the best thing
yeah.
that you can get. When people say you don't go on a cruise, I'm like, but I thank God that I went,
Yeah.
because that was something we needed, me and my mother, because that was the first mother and daughter vacation that we went on. That was our first one,
Wow.
and we've been on three since two more since then.
Yeah.
But that set the foundation for
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
to not just to go with my children and grandchildren, but for us.
Yeah.
And pastor and then we pastor's mother-in-law and father-in-law was there, his
Yeah.
nieces and April, and I mean, it was just awesome when you're with the same people that want to do the same thing. It's
Yeah.
easy to do. It
Yeah.
don't get hard,
Come on.
because those people are genuine, and they gonna we had fun. I'm telling you, we walked
Yeah.
around Mexico, got all the little free trinkets, and passing them, just right along with us. They didn't complain, right along with us.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the best thing, when you with like-minded people going the same way in the same direction, doing the same thing. You're gonna enjoy yourself, and that's gonna be the best time, and those
Yes.
memories are gonna be precious.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Tanya, what say you, darling?
Oh wow. So this is what I really love about this company, because to me, honestly, it's more than a company, a travel company for me. From from you from the very look, y'all are more so my family than my
Mhm.
real family.
Wow.
You like a big brother to me. Coach D is like a mama to me. And
Mhm.
look, and look, Coach D always bring up the fact that me and her got into it, and I told you about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
shout out to Ambassador Deborah
Ooh.
Taylor, Mama
Ooh.
D, because I
Yeah.
mean, and I got so like Verena Culpepper. Verena
Yeah.
Culpepper is one of our partners out of Las Vegas.
Vegas. Mm-hmm.
This when I went to Vegas, that was my first time actually, not meeting her, because I met her in San Antonio, but we didn't get
Uh-huh.
to talk.
Right.
She's
Right.
my
Right.
accountability partner in the Comma Club, but
Yeah.
she in Vegas and I'm here, so that's 3 hours. So we talk, but we really don't
Yeah.
talk. But man, those 2 weeks, look, my trip extended 2 weeks in Vegas, but she made it like she was like my mama
Yeah.
in Vegas, and I didn't even know that she was 70 years young the way she
Yes.
go.
Ain't that something?
And we went to church, we worked out together. My girl Sasha, she like a sister. Ever since I met
Oh,
Sasha in
yeah.
Memphis
Yeah.
back in 20, I think it was
Yeah.
2019
Something like that. Mm-hmm.
or 2020. I know Pastor Guy was still alive,
I think it was
because it
like.
was me and her out there when
Mhm.
he was showing us the Telluride. That's why I went on and got me a Telluride. But me and her, we talk that's like my sister.
Yeah.
So
Fact.
in the company of like-minded people, and y'all just love me. I remember one time you said I've been adopted 10 times over.
Mm-hmm.
And when you adopt somebody, that means you go out of your way to
Yeah.
have them in your life. And it's sad
Absolutely.
that I can't say that about family, like blood family.
Yeah.
But God know what you need
Yeah.
and when you need it.
Yeah.
So he supplies. That's where all my help come from. And I had posted before I got into Trevorium. I
Mm-hmm.
had seen a post that said something like, I'm taking applications for new family members.
Mm.
And then like a month later, I meet you.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I met you through somebody that is not even no longer in the company
True
no
that.
more.
True
So
that.
that was all strategically done by God.
By the Lord. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will. Won't he will?
I know he will. All right, ladies, we got 2 more places to go, and we're letting everybody. Good to see you, Maylene. Thank you for chiming in. We got Andrea Patterson chiming in. Thank you, ladies, for chiming in. Listen, I hope this is blessing somebody, but we're saying this, that when you're going places, the best way to get there, we're giving you the way to do it. We're giving you the secret sauce. Number 1, in line with your purpose and your vision. Number 2, while you can. Number 3, regularly. You got to be regular. If you're going to go somewhere, you got to be regular about that thing. Number 4, in the company of like-minded people that you love and care about. But number 5, let's get to where the rubber meets the road here. If you're going places, the best way to go is using a platform that gives you access to unbelievable prices. And let me just talk about this and unpack it. We are part of a worldwide global platform called Travorium. T to the R to the A to the V to the O to the R to the I to the U to the M. Travorium. You said, well, I never heard of that. Well, that's a good thing. We're glad you have it because you're hearing about it now. And not only will it help you to win, it'll help us to win because we're looking for like-minded individuals, as we've already mentioned, because with this platform, every single person wins. There are no losers. Why is this the case? Because the moment you become a member, it's a membership club. I call it the Netflix of the travel industry, if you will. And you remember how we used to have to rent all those movies and things prior to Netflix and pay an arm, a leg, a kidney, and a spleen just to watch 5 or 6 movies over the weekend? That's what I did. And by the time you get that thing back with late fees, man, you about 100 or more in, right? Well, Netflix came with that thing, $7.99, $9.99, whatever it was, and they said, here's what you got. For this membership price, Travorium has done the same thing for travel, y'all. You get 4 major benefits. Number 1, access to travel agent prices without being a travel agent. That's powerful. 2 travel agents on the screen, y'all. And we've been travel agents for 11 years. I can tell you for a fact, we love travel agent rates because you don't pay commissions on it. There's no extra profit that you have to pay to anybody else. You're knocking that price down, what we call net zero rates. You get that without being a travel agent in Travorium. All day, every day, over 2 million properties in the inventory. So you'll win with that. Number 2, you get access to what we call the Dreamcation Escapes. Why are they so important? Because the Dreamcation Escapes, examples, Coach Tanya there, myself, we were in Vegas, as we said, for a week, for 8 days, 7 nights. I believe you used the same platform, the Dreamcation platform, to book yours. We paid $99 to stay at can't give you the name of the hotel, but to stay at a 4-star hotel. We won't tell you the exact name, but it was a Wyndham property, so you know it was a legitimate, solid. You know, it ain't something that you like, I wouldn't stay. No, you would stay there. You probably have stayed there. But if you look at the prices for the week, it would have cost you anywhere between $900 to $1,200 so odd dollars for 8 days, 7 nights. We paid $99 because it was part of our Dreamcation platform. So number 2, you get access to over 2,000 of those. Number 3, you get access to our world tours. Every single year, you have access to about 100 world tours that start as early as March, go all the way through to December. I'll give you an example. You'll be seeing a brother doing some Aloha very soon. That's a world tour. We paid an unbelievable $535 for 4 straight nights in Waikiki, right off the beach. Can't tell you the name of the hotel, but it is a Hyatt property, so you know the name is legitimate. You go online every single night. That hotel, the rate will range from $579 to as much as $799 per night. But because it's one of our world tours, their nightly rate exceeds our 4-night rate because it's one of our world tours. And the best part, guys, we use points to do it, and get with the person that shared this with you. We get all of our points for free using our system, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And we have world tours where we spent $1 for. We got places like Italy. We got places like Thailand. We got places like Paris and Punta Cana,
Venice.
where you can spend Venice, where you can spend $20 a night, all inclusive. It's unbelievable stuff. You won't get this anywhere else, but you'll get it right here. So we want to say, get with the person that shared this information with you, because you'll get all three of those things. And then the last thing, if you're a member of this club, you get access to get a bonus getaway every single year. And we got places all over the world. Well, all you got to do is pay your transportation to get there. Any food, any drinks, that's not included. But you will not pay the nightly rate. And some of these places can be $250 to $375 a night. What are you not going to do? You're not going to pay that. You're going to pay the activation fee and any resort fees that are necessary, depending upon the hotel or the resort. But I can tell you that when we do places like Cancun and things of that sort, we're able to save over $1,000 or more dollars using our bonus trip every year. And Cancun is just one of the many examples of the destination. So those are 4 major reasons. I can go all day and talk about more, but I just want to quickly say before we go to this last part, because we got to get on this other call, we are part of a platform that if you're going places anyway, use this platform to get the most unbelievable, incredible prices that you could ever imagine. And let's close this thing out. Ladies, tell us this. I want y'all to speak on this. If you're going places, the best way to get there, not only would it also include using a platform like ours, Travorium, that's going to give you the most unbelievable, incredible prices, but you need to use a platform that will pay you residual income over and over and over again on any level that you choose to reach. I'd like y'all to speak on that. How important is it to create residual income using this platform? In other words, getting paid to travel. How important is that to you all?
Very important. The times, look, groceries going up. You got to have some other income. Whether you got 2 incomes coming in already, it don't hurt to have a third where you don't have to do a whole lot of work. You got to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get that work done and you like to travel, this is it right here. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes. Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is you have monthly residual bills, whether you have a just over broke or not, and they still do. So it just makes sense to have daily residual pay. And with this business right here, you can get daily residual pay, all by doing stuff that you already doing anyway. It just makes sense. Matter of fact, Warren Buffett, one of the richest man in the world, said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die.
That's
so
good.
If you want to work yourself to death, continue on doing the same thing that you've been doing all these years. But if you want a better life that requires a better way, you need to get back to the person or persons that invited you to see this broadcast. Pray to Jesus. He gonna tell you the same thing. This is your life raft I'm sending you.
While
Don't
you
miss
can.
out while you can. I'm giving you your life raft, my child. Now, don't you sit
It's
there
right
and
there.
drown because you don't want to listen, because your blessing didn't come in the disguise that you thought it was going to come into. I'm not coming until I'm coming. But until then, I'm going to send some people. I'm going to send you your ram in the burning bush if you so choose to acknowledge it.
My. Ladies, y'all have made it make sense. If you've been watching this broadcast, well, as she said, reach out to the person that shared this. Get your questions answered. We have nothing to take from you, but we got a whole lot that we can give and a whole lot that we can offer. And we believe that no one loses with this opportunity called Travorium. The only way you can lose is just to ignore it. And you already done that. It's time to win. Let's win together. We'll see you at the beach, the bank, or both.
Or both.
But we hope we'll see you. God bless. Good night, everybody.